One of the most important, creative, innovative skills that I can hand you is that you learn how to recognize an opportunity. People walk through airports for 40 years, and they walk through airports lugging huge bags through the airport to the counter, checking the bags, and then going and getting on airplanes. And they hated it and they griped about it. And the whole time they were doing that, you could watch pilots walking by and stewardesses walking by, and all of them had wheeled luggage. And it took a Samsonite employee going to Puerto Rico in the middle of the summer where the plane was parked a quarter of a mile away out on the tarmac, and he had to carry all the baggage for the 7 members of his family out to the airplane in sweltering heat and humidity. And he said, you know, I work for Samsonite. I could do something about this. And he went and he put 4 wheels on a bag, and the Samsonite executive said, who wants 4 wheels? Just 2. Just 2. That's how we'll do it. And so for 40 years, everybody had 2-wheel luggage. And then the last few years, you'll notice, oh, we're doing 4-wheel luggage. The guy looked at what everybody else complained about, and he said, I see an opportunity. Rather than just grouse, rather than just complain, rather than say, oh, this bugs me, he said, I can do something about this. So let's talk about the fact that you use patterns in order to discern what you're going to do in the world. And let's just start off. First of all, we use patterns to make sense of our world. You stand by the clock tower here at Oklahoma State University, and that means you're standing between the student union and the original classroom building. Students begin pouring out of the classroom buildings. Others begin drifting out of the student union. What is happening? Is it a bomb threat? Well, that would probably just be one building. Is it a fire? Do you see any smoke? Do you hear any sirens? Are people walking out faster than you're used to seeing them? And if they're not walking out, if they're just kind of drifting out and they're talking and they're on the phone and you're holding the door open for each other, no urgency, you think, class change. But we see the pattern and we think, class change. We use the pattern to make sense of our world. You're at a gas station, an SUV pulls up next to a gas pump. A woman gets out of her car. What do you think will happen next? She's going to spontaneously combust and blow the whole place apart. No, that's a movie. She's probably going to get gas. We use pattern to make sense of our world. You watch someone in the gym and she pulls off sweats and she's got workout clothes on underneath that. What do you think will happen next? She's probably just going to talk to somebody for about 20, 30 minutes and get on the phone and then check her hair and check her phone messages one more time. And maybe she's going to work out. Or there's another pattern and she immediately has her earphones in and she's on the treadmill and she's running as fast and as hard as that treadmill will take her. You have different patterns. Okay, here she is. What do you think is happening? She woke up sick and she's laying on her sofa and the doctor came to her house and the doctor came and started asking her a whole bunch of questions. No, you'd think the woman's in therapy and she's talking to her therapist, to her counselor. And obviously she's not happy about what she's doing with life. Here's another one. You exit your vehicle in a gravel parking lot. It's nighttime. The lot is filled with trucks. There's a lot of really nice horse trailers, cattle trailers. People are lugging saddles towards an arena. The arena smells like cow poop, horse poop. Everyone's wearing Western clothing. What do you think you are? It's probably not a shopping mall. It's probably not a truck stop. it's probably a rodeo. And the nicer everything looks over where you think the arena is, the more upscale, the more highly rated the rodeo is going to be, and the more professional the athletes are going to be who show up for that. You know, we use a pattern. Okay, here's a pattern. Is this picture photoshopped or is it real? Did somebody put that kid there and step out on the roof of a building and take that picture? There's a few cues that say no. One, the light on the back of the kid and on the front of the kid says that it's not the same as one source of light for here. Two, the kid is equal in height with the Empire State Building, and there's nobody arresting the photographer. It's photoshopped. And what happens is we use the visual cues in the picture, and then we look at other cues where the kid is in relationship to the Empire State Building, and we say, whoa, I think that's Photoshop. We build elaborate patterns to retain information. We connect parts of the pattern to different hierarchies. What does that mean? You know, I'm watching an interaction between a man and a woman. You know, they meet in a coffee shop and they're talking. You know, I have a hierarchy of how they're related to each other. It starts with never seen each other, to they're married and they're so much in love and they're each other's best friend. And somewhere between the bottom and the top of that hierarchy, I watch them and I watch the pattern of their interactions in order to ascertain who they are to each other and what they're doing. You're sitting in a classroom watching this PowerPoint. The professor starts to unpack board games. Do you think you will learn from what happens next? Okay, I don't have any board games. But the point that I want to do is in all the patterns that I put in this class, I want to put a little extra in to say to you, something unexpected could be happening in the most amazing place, which is inside you. Do you recognize an opportunity to do something in this class you've never done before?